What's going on, guys, and welcome to round 9 of this back to front challenge on F1 2015. This is the British Grand Prix. It's Lewis Hamilton's home race and mine as well, so we will be really trying our best to get a good result here and hopefully the win. Although, as usual, it's going to be tough. As for guys that are new to this series, I'm starting in last place as Lewis Hamilton in every round of the championship. I've got no setup on the car, and I'm just trying to get as good a result as possible from last place on the grid. So hopefully there's going to be a lot of overtaking action today. I've got reasonable pace around this track. There's some good overtaking points with DRS and also a couple of places where you can get past without DRS. So it should be an interesting race, one where we can make up some good ground early on and then hopefully have some pace to match against the likes of Rosberg. Because what's been happening a lot in recent races is that Rosberg is just so dominant in his Mercedes at the front that he can just pull away from the guys around him, and then I've got too much ground to make up towards the end of the race. As usual, I'm going to be starting on the prime tyres and moving on to the options later on for a fast stint with fast revs. So without further ado, let's go to the grid in Silverstone. So the lights are coming on now here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, my home race, and away we go. And as per usual, not the best of starts. The two Manners have actually got away from me quite significantly going into turn 1, so we're not going to be able to make up any places just yet. Although now we're alongside Stevens and we've gone up the inside of Merry and the two Force Indias as well, or at least Perez. I don't know if the other one was Hulkenberg actually, but we've made a move around the outside of a few other cars and we're in 14th place. So the AI looking a bit slow. There's Hulkenberg ahead and Ericsson just cuts across us there. Are we going to have a look at the inside of Hulkenberg? No, we're not, although we've hit him slightly up the back. And we're alongside Max Verstappen as we come towards Maggots and Beckett's, and he ran wide and we've got through into 12th. Getting a good slipstream off the back of Hulkenberg and nearly putting a move on him around the outside, and he's almost moved out of the way of us there so that we can go up the inside. Strange driving from Hulkenberg, but that's us into P11 at the end of lap 1. Sainz is next. Hulkenberg's in the slipstream. I've said in the past about how fast the Force India is in a straight line, and Hulkenberg's got that place back from us. So we're going to have to overtake him yet again. Now we're in the slipstream on the hanger straight and we can make a move up the inside once more on Hulkenberg. And hopefully that will be the end of that and we can concentrate on catching the Toro Rosso ahead of us. We've gone a bit wide there out of turn 1, but we're still in a position to have a go at Sainz and Maldonado, but we've gone a bit too deep into that corner and Sainz has come back at us, although we've still got the inside. And we are up into P9 and Hulkenberg has followed us through, so he's into 10th place, and we've got DRS coming out of the corner, so we should be able to defend. Hulkenberg is having a look up the inside again into the old turn 1. We've held on around the outside, it looks like. Closing in on Nasser now, just about keeping it on track through turn 1, and we're looking up the inside of Felipe Nasser. And we've outbroken ourselves once more, and Nasser gets the place back. So we need to sort out our braking point into that corner. It's a good overtaking opportunity, but you can't afford to run wide. And Nasser's got DRS as well. We're in the slipstream of Nasser again. We're going to look up the inside into the old turn 1, and that's done and dusted for us. We're up into 8th, but yet again Hulkenberg has followed us through. Hulkenberg's on the back of us again, and with DRS we just can't defend from Nico Hulkenberg. That Force India is so fast in a straight line. Really difficult to keep Hulkenberg at bay here, but we're going to follow him through this sequence and maybe get him back at this fast right-hander coming up. We're in the slipstream. If we can just get alongside on the inside, Hulkenberg doesn't challenge us too much, and once again we're ahead of Hulkenberg. We're going to start seeing some pit stops now as we come round to start lap 6, and I think we've got Vettel and Massa in the pit lane, so we've moved up into P6. A few more cars pitting now. Rosberg is one of them, and that's Ricciardo. I can see Bottas. So we're in second place now. We'll be pitting at the end of lap 8. Silverstone is one of these tracks in F1 2015 when you can go absolutely full pelt into the pit lane, but now it's one of the longest pit lanes on the calendar. Here we go for our stop. 2.5, not bad. We're still in the pit lane. That's taken 36 seconds to get through the pit lane. Easily the longest in the whole of the F1 season, and that's put us out in P8 behind Kvyat. It's taken us a lap to catch up to Danny Kvyat, and we've got DRS on him. We're going to go up the inside of him into this next corner, and that was easy enough. That's us up into P7 now, and we're chasing the Ferrari of Raikkonen. So there's a group of 3 cars here close together. Looks like the 2 Ferraris and a Williams are there, although there's some particles in the air, whatever that was, and we've actually moved up into P6, so someone seems to have retired. I don't want to do anything too hasty here against these guys. I know that I'm quicker than the AI going through Maggots and Beckett, so I'm going to just try and hang back for now and not do anything rash until we get to that sequence. Oh, Raikkonen, do you want to go a bit quicker? Oh, and they're side by side, Vettel and Bottas. I'm going to try and hang back and get a good exit, which I have done, and that's taken care of Raikkonen and Bottas. And this could be 3 overtakes in quick succession, because we're now at the inside of Vettel with DRS, coming down the hanger straight, and that is us up into 3rd place. So that was satisfying to get those moves done. You can just see Daniel Ricciardo in the distance. He's maybe a couple of seconds ahead. Getting a lovely toe here on the back of Ricciardo coming down hanger straight. And we look like we're going to get this move done into the next corner. We're alongside Ricciardo. Can we outbrake him? Yes, easy. That's us into 2nd place. But we're coming onto the last lap, and we're going to see how far ahead Rosberg is. Oh, he's way too far ahead for us to catch him. So we're coming through the final sequence of corners here at Silverstone. Nico Rosberg has spoilt our homecoming party here by taking the checkered flag in first, but we're still going to come home for another 2nd place finish, just as we did in Austria, and that's not a bad result. Interesting to see Daniel Ricciardo getting up on the podium, a Red Bull on the podium, I think for the first time in the season. And for us, that's a decent 2nd place finish, although it does mean that Rosberg is going to have pulled away from us once more by winning yet again. The problem I keep having is that because the Mercedes is so strong compared to the rest of the field, Rosberg can just pull away while I'm struggling getting through the midfield. So I'm always too far behind to catch him up, and as you can see there, 7 seconds the difference over the line, and 18 points for us. Sebastian Vettel in 4th, Raikkonen down in 7th place, so something must have happened to him towards the end, because he finishes behind Daniel Kvyat even. Here's a quick look at the championship standings. You can see that we're dropping back slightly from Rosberg, 35 points now. We're going to have to make up some ground in the next few races, starting with the next one at Hungary. And you can see there in the constructors standings we still have a comfortable lead over Ferrari. Thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you for round 10 of this championship, the Hungarian Grand Prix.